I have done auditions and I felt very bad when I've not got the role. It all depends on how hungry you are.
Yeah.
And how much work do you need. So that's what makes you do the things that you do.
Senior actors should not probably be asked to go through that.
I would not. I would not like to audition. No. If you ask me sincerely,
Yeah.
I would say, okay, theek hai yaar, chalo. I'd love to work. I love to work and I am looking forward to greater things in life. How long people will remember you? They'll remember you for a short period of time.
Yeah.
Till you're seen. After...
Lifestyle, entertainment, and everything in between. This is the Pinkvilla Podcast. नमस्ते, मैं हूं अविनाश लोहाना और मेरे साथ है हिंदुस्तानी सिनेमा के एक लेजेंड. He has a superpower. Whenever you meet him, he brings a smile to your face.
Oh.
Please welcome Tikku Talsania ji.
Thank you for having me here.
Sir, thank you for doing this. I can't tell you how happy I am. Matlab, I am a 90s kid. So just the fact that I'm doing this interview with you means the world to me.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for doing this.
My pleasure.
Sir, I want to start this interview with a very simple question. आपके हाथों में कितनी उंगलियां हैं?
10. फिर भी सोचा मैंने.
करेक्ट. कुछ याद आया?
मैं साबित कर सकता हूँ कि आपके हाथ में 11 उंगलियां हैं. 11? क्या?
11 and then सारे पैसे मेरे होते बच गए 12 or something of that kind. Johnny Levo runs away with my money.
That's true.
So I have always played that underdog, no, who gets beaten every time.
But sir, like you said, this was a scene from Ishq where Johnny Bhai takes 1,000 rupees from you. एक का 2,000 करने का promise किया था आपको. पर सर ये जो समय था काफी clean comedy थी. You know, the comedy from that time to this time, it was relatable. You could laugh, you could sit with family and enjoy whatever was on screen.
True.
Do you miss these days?
Of course. I mean, as an actor, you always miss things which were lovely, which were beautiful, which got a smile on people's faces. And it was fun. I mean, of course, that 26 wala joke is so redundant. I mean, it's so dead and done.
Yeah.
But still, people today also, when they see me, hey, 26, अरे मेरा क्या हो गया यार? और मेरा नहीं था, वो अंदर जाने के बाद वो बोलते हैं.
Correct.
अरे 25 नहीं भैया, 1,000 लेकर 25. अबे यार 25 के आगे 26 आता है, 27 आता है, 28 आता है, 25.
So it's good. People remember and they laugh. Yeah. They have a good laugh. That's all that matters.
When you look back at these days, sir, do you firstly remember shooting this scene?
Oh, yeah. It was during night time. And we were shooting in Film City. And Induji was our director. Indra Kumar. And Indra Kumar, well, I did that scene which Gussa Nahi Aata with him. Yeah. That was with Madhuri Dixit. I'm supposed to be a MP or an MLA. And
Yes.
You know.
Raja.
पहले आप वादा कीजिए आप गुस्सा नहीं होंगे.
भला मैं क्यों गुस्सा होने लगा? आप बात बताइए.
ओहो, दम निकाल दिया था मेरा.
क्यों?
He made me do that scene 5 times, and it was one continuous shot. There were no cuts in between. And I said कि यार cuts तो होंगे तो आप यहाँ से लोगे या वहाँ से लोगे तो फिर नहीं cuts नहीं, आप बहुत अच्छा जा रहा है, एक और करते. तो ये एक और क्या था मेरी समझ में नहीं आता था. और फिर मैं पूछता था कि नहीं और कुछ नया निकल आएगा. And I don't know, I have this habit of forgetting what I did in the last take and I put in my all, you know, in the next take. So probably that made him a little wanting more. And then again, I did the whole scene. And every time I did that scene 4 times, I did that. And in the end, I just tore my kurta so that they could not sew it back again and do the scene again.
But sir, so I think you started shooting for for movies properly in 1986.
Duty was my first film.
Govinda ji.
Govinda ji.
But you started acting, as per my research, is from 1976.
Yes.
From theatre you started.
Yeah, I started my career started with theatre.
So 10 years it took for you to actually get your first film also. While today I believe that, you know, there are so many means to meet a filmmaker, right? There are auditions now. There's Instagram. People take castings from influencers also. पर उस time पे means कम होते थे.
बहुत कुछ बहुत ये सब था ही नहीं. This was non-existent. Your cell phone was non-existent.
तो ये 10 साल कैसे निकले?
10 साल बहुत अच्छे निकले. I found the woman I loved. I fell in love with. I got married, and she said that you don't have a house of your own. So what do we do? I said, we get married, and then the house will come. Everything will come. And she was not very, she was a little tentative.
Yeah.
He said, theatre would give you how much money, and how could we survive on theatre? I said, I have survived so far, so we'll survive somehow. And I said, somehow we'll get into films. I might get into films, and somehow where the stakes are bigger and everything becomes big, and and luckily it happened. Kundan Shah had come to see one of my plays.
Yeah.
And from there he picked me up and he gave me Ye Jo Hai Zindagi, and Ye Jo Hai Zindagi was that one line, Ye Kya Ho Raha Hai, and it became so famous, and from then onwards I started getting all my films.
Yeah. Kundan Shah is the same director who's made the amazing Jaane Bhi Do Yaro.
Jaane Bhi Do Yaro, Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na.
Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na. And you worked with him in Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na as well.
Yes,
You played the restaurant bar owner.
Mr. Patel.
Mr. Patel. How was that like? I mean, such a nice, sweet character, and he stood by Shah Rukh's character all throughout.
Of course, we were just paid very little that time, and I was told that everybody is paid the same, so you better take this and you start doing. And to work with Kundan is fun. It's great fun.
Yeah.
Kundan Shah is a very good director, and because of Ye Jo Hai Zindagi and all that, I was attached to him.
Yeah.
And I picked up I took up that film, and that film also is very iconic.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were shooting at a petrol pump. And there was one person who would always come in the end of the shot and come into the frame. And Kundan bhadka like anything, he went mad. He said, who's this? Man, he's spoiling my shot. Every time he just comes in and, and then he couldn't take it. For the 5th or 6th time, that guy again came into the frame. Kundan went and slapped him.
Oh God.
Cut to, we were all running on the street with the cameraman and everybody, and there's a huge crowd following us.
Oh.
Because that guy was the owner of the petrol pump whom Kundan had slapped.
Oh God.
And it was madness, sheer madness. And then, of course, go-ons are go-ons, they once they get angry, you had it. Then we had to apologize and everything, and then we got back to the normal thing.
Oh God.
And then that man did not understand. He didn't understand cut and then get. So before cut, he went in.
Yeah. And after cut also, there has to be some seconds for the editor to edit it out.
That had happened. Those are the mad things that happened.
Yeah. Was Shah Rukh the same guy he is today? People say that, he has this amazing courtesy, he is very respectful.
He's the most wonderful actor I've ever seen and worked with. Yeah. In fact, Shikha had met him for one of the friend's wedding, and she said, Dad, he was with me for 5 or 10 minutes and he was only talking about you.
Oh, wow.
I said, that is something fantastic.
Yeah.
That is something fantastic.
Yeah.
Very, very, very lovely people. Very lovely people. All of them. The thing is, I never counted the films that I did. And my father used to always tell me, "Ke scrapbook bana, let your children also know where you acted and what you did," because that time there was no Wikipedia or there was no, where you got all my information from. So he always used to tell me, but I said, I just put my head down and I worked because I had to buy my own house, because I had to get married to the woman of my life, and that's how it all happened. And we progressed into a beautiful life together. Have two lovely children.
Yeah.
Shikha, already, touchwood. And Rohan is also writing music.
Oh, wow.
So he's also into this same arts field.
Yeah. You worked with so many directors in all these years. 90s mein you worked with Priyan sir, Priyadarshan, you work with Bhatt Saab, and not many people are also aware that while Bhatt Saab has made Zakham and Saransh, he's also made a Hame Rahi Pyar Kiya Na duplicate.
Yes.
Bhatt Saab I know is very eccentric as a filmmaker. मतलब on the spot चीजें करते हैं. He's quite
एक बार तो उन्होंने मुझे ये कहा कि तू बता कैमरा कहाँ लगाना है. So I just looked at him. He asking me where to put the camera. So I don't know. अरे कुछ भी बता ना, यहाँ वहाँ. So I said यहाँ लगा दीजिए आप कैमरा. He said बस यही तो लगाना था मुझे.
अच्छा.
क्योंकि वहाँ से चल के वापस आता हूँ. वहाँ से I just gone to meet him. And he called me for a meeting. क्या ऐसा है, आ जाना, क्या कर रहा है. I went and just walk from that place to this place and just, okay, you're playing this role. I said, which role?
Wow.
So that's what Bhatt Saab is,
Casting ऐसे होती थी लेकिन उस time पे it used to be as, I think it was a fraternity maybe. Everybody knew each other, so it was easier to cast.
No, nothing of that kind. I mean, I would have got many movies there. But I think whatever fitted in their storyline and their characters, then that's how you got your work.
How were you as a child?
I think things happened as I gradually grew up, Theatre was a passion. I loved doing theatre. You have those 1,000, 2,000 people sitting right in front of you and they reject you or they accept you and they applaud you. It's all there.
Yeah. Instant gratification.
Instant gratification. In fact, for one of my plays, which was called Thodu Logic, Thodu Magic, I had, you had that curiosity in you that you want to see how many people have come to the show tonight. So at Teshpal show, I just went there to see. And there was a man who just looked at me, Acha, you also come to see this? I said, no, I'm acting in this. No. He said, you come to see the chart? I said, yeah. As an actor, I'd like to know how many people are going to see my show tonight. So I bought 5 tickets. And they are those front row tickets, which are very expensive. I spent almost about 4,000, 5,000 rupees. Plus, I have to treat my family to dinner.
Samosas and all that.
And dinner and interval mein samosas and all that. So, you better be good. I said, that's something. You better be good in the play. I said, yes, sir, I will be. I'll try my level best and I'll try to make you happy. But if I don't, please come after the play backstage and take that money.
Wow.
And he came backstage. He said, "Okay, it was a wonderful play. I enjoyed your performance." Amazing. And that is what, makes you alive and, keeps you going. Yeah. And I said, I enjoyed it. And he said, not only me and my family, but there will be so many other people from my family coming to see this play. That's fine. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, I still want to go. You have not answered my question about your childhood. I really want to know what was your growing up years like. शैतान चौकी के पास रहते थे आप साउथ बॉम्बे में.
चौकी के बाजू में कोई हॉस्पिटल थी जहाँ मैं पैदा हुआ था.
अच्छा.
तो पिताजी जो मेरे थे वो हमेशा कहा करते थे शैतान चौकी में पैदा हुआ है साला. नहीं, I was the apple of his eye. So he never, but he was a very strict father and we were very scared of him.
You were the only child?
No, we were 5 of us.
Oh, okay.
I have 3 sisters and we are 2 brothers. So I have my elder brother ahead of me, and the youngest one is my sister, who's in the States right now.
Okay,
she's there, and my second sister is in London, and my elder sister is, of course, God bless her soul, she's no more, but. We had a fantastic life. I mean, he always saw that we ate well, but he was a little bit of a, don't spend too much money, don't, that kind of a father. Yeah. I think those times were that way.
Yeah, correct.
And I remember we stayed at Fawcett Hill. So Fawcett Hill is very steep, and we knew one thing that every time I heard his car coming up, I would run. and get back home.
Wow.
And just pick up any book of mine and start reading. So that would be very impressive on him. I mean, used to impress him a lot. Oh, you're still, wow, very good. One day he looked into the book and it was Ooltah. I made it Sida and Taarak, one rap he gave me. But those were the times.
Yeah.
And we had a Dunlop factory next to our building. And they used to cut those huge sheets of Dunlop,
Yeah.
So there used to be strips. So what we used to do in the night, because it was a hilly region, we were on Fawcett Hill. And during the monsoons and all, there used to be snakes coming out.
Oh.
So we used to take these strips, tie them and put stones on the thread and slowly pull them on the road. And every time it would crawl up, it looked like a snake.
Oh God.
And then people crossing over, they would shout and scream and run after us. So we used to do all these haircuts,
Yeah. Those were the days?
Those were the days.
You miss them? I think all of us do, right?
Bachpan to kaun nahi miss karta, yeah.
Correct.
I mean, it was wonderful. In fact, my mother was so wonderful. All mothers are, but this was, she had a very special place. She does have still now a very special place in my heart. The most wonderful thing she did, my dad used to give her 2 rupees to run the house per day. 2 rupees per day to run the house. Those times things were cheaper and everything. A person could run the house.
2 rupees?
With 2 rupees.
Wow.
Petrol was somewhere around 30p or something, 25p per liter. So you can imagine what the prices must be.
Correct.
And then, and she did a wonderful thing. Every birthday, she would wake me up on my birthday and then give me a beautiful hug.
Oh, wow.
And then from the cheda of her sari, she used to take out 11 bucks. 11 bucks during that time was like, oof, party time.
Of course. 2 रुपए में अगर घर चल रहा है तो 11 रुपए.
11 रुपए देती थी, and I still remember and I still miss that.
Wow.
I miss that. That was the most wonderful feeling I ever had on those birthdays.
Did they see your success?
Yes, she did. She did see my theatre days. She did see my, I think, the first few films she did see. And she always blessed me. Always.
Wow.
In fact, I lived in a place at Fawcett Hill, which was, Taarak Bhai was in the next building.
Taarak Mehta.
Taarak Mehta, yeah. And
the writer Taarak Mehta.
The writer Taarak Mehta. So he got his entire Ooltah Chashmah from our society.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In fact, we did a play called Mausam Chalke, in which I was just doing backstage. And Taarak Bhai and Praveen Joshi had this in them.
Yeah.
That every time Tikku you saw the script torn and thrown down, you have to go to Taarak Bhai's house in the morning, knock, get the script, and then send it to come and give it to me in the office. I'll read it. If it is okay, then. And I remember Mausam Chalke was written 36 times by Taarak Bhai.
Wow.
Mehta Sahab had done such a wonderful job in that.
But he was a genius.
He was tremendous.
But how amazing. I'm still imagining what it would be like to live in the same society as Taarak Mehta.
Our Fawcett Hill was full of celebrities. We had Smita Patil staying in, we had Mr. Alauddin Qureshi,
Yes.
who was the main sound recordist for RK. And right down the hill, there was Satish Shah.
Oh, wow. Best.
So
did Taarak Mehta never offer you the role of Jethalal?
In fact, I'll tell you a thing. Taarak Bhai was my first director.
Oh, wow.
For the, Navratri, we used to do a play there for the society. So he had made me do a Parsi character.
Wow.
And he used to come in the night and he said, Chalo, uncle has had a beer, so you better be perfect. And then, he used to go and direct. He was my first director.
Wow.
I did that Parsi character under him, and I mean, it's very vague, but it was wonderful. People had laughed so much, and I was a star of the society. I was, like, hello, that kind of thing.
No, institution, absolute institution. Because you mentioned writer, I somehow also remembered Kader Khan Saab. Everybody knows Kader Khan Saab as an actor, but he was an amazing writer. He's written some of Amitji's films also in the past. When you worked with him in many films, if I'm not mistaken. Did he improvise on lines? Did he like teach you any?
He had this small speakerphone. And whenever he thought of something, he would just, record it, and then probably his writers would write it for exactly as to what he has narrated. But he was a very beautiful man in the sense that whenever I sat with him, he had so many stories to tell.
Yeah.
And I had so many stories to listen to.
My favorite one is yours and his equation in Judwaa. You all had all scenes are together only.
Yeah.
मुझे वो वाला scene भी याद है एयरपोर्ट पे you and him कादर जी are taking Karishma to meet Salman और वो माला वाला scene है.
ये वो नहीं है, ये वो something of that kind I remember.
Yeah.
And we used to do it on the spot. अच्छा तू ये बोल देना, मैं ये बोलता हूँ. Okay. And if he liked a line that you did, he said, "No, you keep it, you say it." He had that kind of companionship, that no, you say that line because you've discovered it and it's a nice line. And then सही है, ये बोलना तुम बोलना. And that was nice. Nice about it.
That fraternity, वो वाला line भी है ना जो आप करिश्मा के लिए बोलते हो कि ये स्टार प्लस से दूरदर्शन कैसे बन गई सर.
I said that.
Yeah, you said that.
जीजू ये अचानक स्टार टीवी में से दूरदर्शन कैसे हो गई?
Did you like, because we always hear कि उस टाइम पे सारे एक्टर्स वैन्स में नहीं घुस जाते थे, एक साथ बैठते थे, बात करते थे. ये जो सारे सलमान, शाहरुख, आमिर वो लोग भी बैठते थे या इट वाज ओनली एक डिवीजन रहता था?
With Salman and this one, I had hardly any time. I mean, I spent, it used to be just 2 or 3 days jobs, where you just did your scene and you got back. But with Ajay Devgan, with Kajol, we had
Pyar To Hona Hi Tha.
Pyar To Hona Hi Tha. It was fun. There was that scene where I had, I'm talking and then mustache sticks to my hand. And I again put it back and it becomes Ooltah. So that was, he wanted it very natural. And every time there was a retake, I used to feel bad. There's a lot of stock is going and he said, just don't worry, do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
जो भी होगा देखा जाएगा. And finally we got one shot where the mustache was, and all my antiques which I did there. Raju Chacha, we had gone to miming. And next to Zurich.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Amazing film. I love that film.
It was wonderful. Harlaki, it didn't do very well.
It didn't do commercially well.
But Ajay Devgan, like miming when we landed, he said, "Enjoy. You're on a holiday. Enjoy."
Wow, really?
He said, "You hardly have any scenes or anything, but maze karo yaar. Enjoy."
He was also producer of that film. I think it was his first production.
Yeah.
Raju Chacha.
Yeah, Raju Chacha was his first production.
Yeah.
And it was fun working with Kapoor Saab, Rishi Kapoor Saab.
Yes.
Rishi sir also was fantastic. He was wonderful.
You worked with him in Bol Radha Bol also.
Bol Radha Bol also, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, quite a lot of research you've done.
Yeah, I've seen, like I said, sir, I've seen these films also. I'm a 90s kid and I've seen all of this very crystal clear in my mind even today. Like all these films, like you mentioned, Raju Chacha was not commercially successful, but his hit on TV. Andaz Apna was not a commercially successful
Initially,
film.
yes. No.
But
later on, it went to be a super iconic film. It is an iconic film now.
But did it make money? As far as I remember, I don't think it made money.
It did. I think so. It did. Later on, it did. I mean, they sold... God knows, in satellite rights or something, they must have made a lot of money.
Yeah. TV, it's an iconic film.
My son has got that film on a disc. I mean, he's got it on his computer.
Oh wow!
This is whenever I get depressed, Dad, I watch that film. I say, wow, that's great.
But sir, is it true that set people were not getting along with each other? Actors were not getting along with each other?
It never happens. This is all humbug. Everybody gets along with everybody because everybody wants their work to shine.
Yeah.
So if I am against you or if I'm not,
correct,
you are not going to deliver the line that I want you to.
Correct. It's unimaginable that how can Amar Prem be so in sync on screen and not on screen in sync behind the screen.
No, nothing of that kind. I think this must be dug up by the media. They also want to make their stories and run
some further
and run their.
Yeah.
The most iconic person I met in my lifetime is in my time. I mean, is Dev Saab.
Dev Anand.
It was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And I shall cherish all my life.
So please tell me about this.
He had called me up for a film, and I said yes, I shall come. And then from that, it was at his dubbing studio, and next to the dubbing studio is his house or something of that kind, or his office. And first I went right on the top, then I went to the next building, and then walked down 2 steps. 2 floors down, and then I said to myself that I could have gone directly. I mean, no, but that was the way I was supposed to be taken by the. And Dev Saab in a huge room like this was sitting right in the center with the table in front of him. And he had that, what do you call that? Walkie-talkie? No. I mean, not walkie-talkie. You had those tape recorders, small ones, where you could just record it. And he was recording the dialogues and he was saying them. And that was how he did his films.
Yeah.
The way he wrote his film. And hey, Tikku, come, sit down. And he was so warm and so lovely, lovely. Yeah. And he says, what a beautiful industry we have. We get to meet so many beautiful people. Yeah. I said, sir, meeting you is the biggest thing in my life.
Correct.
And he was wonderful, wonderfully wonderful.
Yeah, I've heard many lovely things about Dev Saab.
Dev Saab was...
Did you end up working together?
No, I mean, I lost out on that because then I think he became a little more sick, and then and that film didn't turn up. I mean,
this was much later.
Much later.
Okay.
But that was my first meeting with him and my last meeting with him.
Yeah. Are you satisfied as an actor, especially from your film roles?
I mean, you always want the roles to be bigger. You always want to be the paycheck to be bigger. Yeah. And you want so many things. I mean, you want so many things to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. But I'm happy with what I am, where I am.
As a fan, as an admirer, I believe that even if today also if you get a nice villainous character, I think you will ace it.
I'd love to do a villain. I would love to do a nice cigar smoking villain with a huge glass and 2-3 beautiful girls around. And it's just a fantasy.
No, I really want this fantasy to come true. I really feel, I think you'll be amazing.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. I've done, theatre has satisfied that need of mine, doing different actors, doing different characters.
Paresh Rawalji also keeps saying that theatre makes me sane.
It keeps you sane, absolutely.
But you said, sir, a while back that your exact quote was, I'm a little jobless right now.
According to Jobless, what I meant was that I'm not getting good work. I wanted good work.
What is the work that you're actually looking for now? Is there something that you imagine yourself doing?
Something more interesting, something more new, something which I've not done before. Something like a villain.
Why is it not happening?
I don't know. People are not casting me that way, or they don't look at it. They feel probably I'm a very innocent, childlike guy. So happy-to-go-lucky man. तो इसको यार villain बना के क्या फायदा है? ऐसा भी हो सकता है ना?
Maybe so that stereotyping still exists.
No, it doesn't. Not now, because things have started changing. Like what I did in Devdas was something very different.
Very different.
From the stuff that I did. So it's probably you want somebody like Mr. Bhansali to come in and say, come on, I'm giving you this role. I want somebody to come and tell me, okay, you reduce 10 kilos, 20 kilos, and I give you this role. I want to do that, that's been... I love something.
I can see that in your eyes also. You really are wishing that. And I met Bhansali ji a few days back only, and he was also saying that while the world thinks he's this intense guy, he's quite a fun guy on set.
He's a lovely guy. He's fantastic.
You have any memories from that set?
I think in Devdas, when he saw me at the premiere, he said, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Damn it, I'm acting." I'm sorry.
Really? Oh God.
So that was the kind of stuff that happened. That is wonderful. He's a wonderful person. He has that red color and those frames and those beautiful things.
The larger than life
Larger
cinema.
than- yeah.
You spend a lot of time biking, sir.
Biking, I love biking. It just happened to me naturally, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I just been to Nagpur, Tadoba.
Oh wow.
We traveled 2,000 kilometers to and fro.
How did you manage?
I did. We just, push each other and we go around it. There were times where we had to stop and take a break and, lie down for some time. The first day we traveled was for 10 hours and the second day we traveled for 8.5 hours.
Wow.
Just to see tigers in Tadoba. And we did get to see.
You
We
did?
Yeah. It
Oh,
was
amazing.
wonderful. It was wonderful.
Horse riding is also something that you like?
No, I love. I love, but I don't think the horse can take my weight. No, I have a friend, Mr. Dashrath Desai, who is in Surat. He has a farm at Metawad or something it's called. He has horses.
Yeah.
And there was this lovely flea called Kesar.
Yeah.
And that was the one I fell in love with. Because she just delivered a baby. And she was so welcoming,
Yeah.
So you could go and hug her. You could, just hold her as if she was your baby and that kind of a thing. And I was so fascinated.
Wow.
And he is a very good rider. So he could ride without a saddle. And then, and I could see the horse. He had a black horse. And the horse was all frothy everywhere, as if he's just come out with a shampoo or something,
Yeah.
And the horse just went and, just went into the sand and put his feet up 2 times, 3 times. And then he says, good as new. You can take him again for a ride. I said, oh. So that kind of thing, those things fascinate me about, horses. Horses are such lovely animals.
They're amazing animals, yeah.
Amazing. I
Very
love
royal.
animals. Very royal.
Yeah.
Very royal. And there are so many things, I love in life.
Beyond acting.
Beyond acting, yes.
No, that's what I'm feeling so happy actually right now, sir, that while we all know you as an actor, the conversation like this allows me to know you more as a person. It allows your fans who have seen you for so many years to know you more as a person. So times have changed, and audition is a big thing today.
Yeah.
I once remember when I was interviewing Rohini Hattangadi ji, she told me that she was once asked to audition in the guise of a look test. So they said, "Ma'am, look test करेंगे, movie में तो आप है, पर वो कर actually audition रहे थे उनको to see." And to an actor like her who is won a BAFTA, probably the only BAFTA award-winning actress in the country, it's sad. Have you ever been called to audition?
Yes, I have. I have done auditions and I felt very bad when I've not got the role.
But don't you feel like saying वो जो 200 पिक्चरें मैंने की वो जाके देख लो तो तुमको समझ आएगा मैं कौन हूँ?
No, I don't know. I mean, things have changed probably and they would like to see the character, live it in front of them. Halaki, when I spoke to one of the Mukesh Chabra ji, I spoke to him. And he says, no, when we audition, we just see the integrity of the person. We don't see whether he will fit in this role or not.
Oh.
We just see it. This is what he said during the shooting of
How amazing.
Wikipedia. Yeah, he said that we see how intense he is and how intense and how realistic he is in giving the audition. I mean, does he pour his heart out or not? That is what we see.
Yeah.
बाकी तो सब ठीक है. We can never ever make out कि yeah, he fits the character well or something. That's the director.
Yeah.
So that's how it is.
Yeah. But were you okay to audition?
There was a
little hesitation.
Initially I said, what the hell, yeah? You want to audition me? I mean, okay, I'll audition. I don't mind doing that.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how hungry you are
Yeah.
and how much work do you need. So that's what makes you do the things that you do.
But then have you ever auditioned because of these needs?
No, I have auditioned only if I felt the role is good or the thing is nice.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I'd fit in.
Yeah.
So I do the audition then.
Yeah.
But if because now it has happened, what I have heard lately is that it's given to a subsidiary, and the subsidiary has to fill up those. He has to show that he's auditioned so many people for the role, and that the role, your role is so important. That is that thing, That is what they want to show the director.
Yeah. No, my problem only is that like senior actors should not probably be asked to go through that.
I would not like to audition. No, if you ask me sincerely, I would say okay, theek hai yaar, chalo.
Yeah.
But if it's an Amir Khan film or a Sanjay Leela Bhansali film, and they say that if you don't mind, can you give us an audition? I would love to do that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think with respect is
It's
that
a big
changes.
thing. Yeah, but you just say a subsidiary guy coming up and just telling you, okay, jara karna na. So you feel,
Yeah.
There are times when people don't recognize you. They don't. I mean, I've seen you somewhere. They do that. There are times when they take the autograph and say, "What's your name?"
Oh God.
Those are kids, of course. They are kids, of course. So I mean, as an actor, you have to bear the brunt, which way it comes.
Pros and cons dono hai.
And I don't know.
When was the first time you felt famous?
That was when we'd gone for Amrish Puri Saab's son's wedding.
Okay.
And I just had one silka kurta and pajama, and that time I had Bajaj Chetak, and we parked it. It was at Sea Rock. Yeah, his son's reception was at Sea Rock, and because my wife knows him, we'd got the invitation. He'd come for my wedding too.
Acha.
So Puri Saab said Tikku, because it was his son's pet name also is Tikku.
Yeah.
So we went there, and every actor who came in his car, there were children, flocking around them, and then Rishi Saab went, Smita Patil went, and I said, यार अपना तो कोई भाव पूछेगा ही नहीं, तू चल यार जल्दी से तू जाके आजा, मैं बाहर खड़ा रहता हूँ. She said, no, nothing doing, come on. And then we were getting onto the stage, and Smita Patil was in front of us, and she said, पूरी देखना यार, सब लोग ऑटोग्राफ बच्चे मांग रहे हैं, क्या करूं, मैं दूं या ना दूं, वो तेरे पे है, तेरे को देना दे, ना देना है ना दे. That was Puri Saab. Yeah. And she got down. And then we were, arey aao Tikku, and they took pictures with me and his family, and some child recognized me, and there was a fury. I mean, all the children that were going next to all the actors came to me and they wanted my autograph. And that time I did not know how to sign an autograph. Wow. What do you write in an autograph? यहाँ वहाँ देखा फिर and फिर पन्ने फिराए फिर पता चला कि this is what you keep smiling, lots of luck, lots of love, and I did that. And that was the time I could see my wife,
very happy. Very happy. Oh, crazy. Itne saal ho gaye. Like I said, you started working in 76. If we calculate in 2026, you'll finish 50 years in the business.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
50 years as an actor?
50 years as an actor.
I've never counted.
50 years as an actor. Sir, इतने सालों में पैसे तो कमाए, पर और क्या कमाया?
नाम कमाया, इज्जत कमाई, और लोगों का प्यार कमाया. सारे जब कोई भी देखता है हमारी तरफ तो हंसता है, एक स्माइल तो आती है उसके चेहरे पे. बिल्कुल. और वो एक पिक्चर जरूर लेता है, एंड इट मेक्स मी फील गुड. इट मेक्स मी फील वंडरफुल बिकॉज I like giving pictures, why? Because they are carrying a memory with them of yours. Yeah. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And these are the things I think I would cherish as an actor, Because how long people will remember you? They'll remember you for a short period of time. Yeah. Till you're seen. After...
Do you think your parents will be seeing right now, and what would they be feeling when they see you today?
Oh, they will be very, very proud of me. Very proud. My mom would be strutting like a peacock. My father would be very proud. He would be wonderfully proud, and he would tell me all the things that you was telling me before. Look, do something, make a scrapbook.
Journal
I mean, We had a lovely family. We were wonderful. The journey has been great.
Yeah.
And it still has to. I mean,
Yeah, touch wood. 50 more to go.
50. Oh, touch wood.
Touch wood. 50 more to go.
I love to work. I love to work, and I am looking forward to greater things in life. I mean, greater roles and better things. And as I told you, I'm an adventure freak. I love to experiment new things.
I'm manifesting. I really want everything that you want should come your way.
Touch wood.
So last question, what's next? What are you working on now? Is there anything in the pipeline?
I have done 3-4 Gujarati films right now, and I'm going for one which is going to be directed by Manish Saini. He is the one Gujarati director I know who's won a national award for a Gujarati film. That's something fantastic. So I'll be working with him for the next month, and it's a wonderful film.
This also makes me want to ask you one last question. If you all sit as a family sometimes and decide to see your own film, which one do you guys usually go to and why?
We like to laugh about it and enjoy the film. So it would be probably Kabhi Haan, Kabhi Na, or the iconic film
Andaz Apna.
Andaz Apna, or anything.
Do your kids ask you, ये कैसे किया, ये scene कैसे किया?
No. No. He must have done this, he must have done that.
But sir, thank you so much. There's so much that I learned from this conversation, and thank you so much for this time.
My pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
You can also hear the entire conversation on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podcast Index, RSS Community, and Listen Notes.